It is grand final week, and this is our grand final show for this year, episode 22 of the Imperfect Professionals Podcast, our biggest episode yet. We've got a couple of special guests joining us for a grand final quiz, which will be happening a little bit later tonight, but let's get in to the episode.
Grand final show, here we are, episode 22, gonna be a big one.
It is it's a huge show, probably our biggest show that we have had,
Yeah,
or
I
that we
reckon.
will have after tonight.
Apart from maybe the Cardi interview.
That was pretty huge. Our
Yeah,
first
that
one
was
was
huge.
pretty huge as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
IJM's last.
IJM's last, that was one of our better ones, but hopefully this one tops them. I reckon it might. Got a couple of viewers. We'll wait for them to join. But yeah, hopefully we can get some viewers in. But yeah, grand final week. Let's firstly recap the prelims, Sportsnut.
Yeah, huge. Well, we saw one absolute blowout and we saw one absolute skill.
So the first game, Geelong and Brisbane. Well, Geelong thumped them, and well, that's really the story of it. Geelong dominated, and they are fresh and ready to go for a huge grand final on Saturday.
Yeah, they are. They've got the experience, but also this year they've got the youth. They're going to be very hard to beat. However, I did tip the Swans. If people that are watching saw my video today, and yeah.
Yeah, I've gone the Swans as well by 7. I've gone with. So that's our predictions. As I said, we've got some special guests in tonight for the grand final quiz. We'll get their predictions a little bit later, but yeah, us two, we're going the Swans. The second prelim, one of the best games of the year. I mean, we've said that so many times this season. This was just another game of the year. A 1-point thriller between the Swans and the Pies. Swans are winning it by about 20 to 30 points the whole game. And the Pies, they were just coming and coming and coming in that fourth quarter, but they just fell short.
Well, like the Pies have all year, they found a way. They came in the last. I thought if there was probably another minute or two, they would have won. But yeah, credit to the Swans. They played probably better for longer and deserved to make the granny.
So it was good to see a nice, close prelim. Last year, 2 smashings. This year, the 1 in the prelims. But we got that real close game between Sydney and the Pies. So unfortunately, the Pies were eliminated. So too the Lions, meaning it was down to 2. The Cats and the Swans. That's the game we're previewing tonight. That's on Saturday. We will welcome in the chat. There's a couple of messages. Sportsnut, do you want to go through
them? Yeah, we will. Silver Touch NBA getting around it. First goal kicker and Bold Cole. He says, my first goal scorer is Errol Goulden. I got it last week with Luke Parker. Bold Cole.
I'm going Luke Parker.
I'll go Buddy to kick 6+.
Righto, so my first goal kicker, we're going with Luke Parker. Bold Cole.
I went in last week, left.
Bold call. Is it a bold call? The Cats kicked the first 3, but I've tipped the Swans to
bold
win.
enough.
Bold enough. Cats kicked the first 3, but the Swans ultimately win it. I mean, that could be a bold call. Swans winning it. Geelong are pretty clear favourites at the moment.
Yeah, they
I think
are.
it'll be tight.
Yeah, I've gone the Swans as well. I feel like I want to see a close granny. Grannies usually blow out in the last quarter. Like, they're usually close, but then blow out in the last quarter.
Yeah.
So that's why I went the Swans by 20. But yeah.
Last year's was good.
Yeah.
Even though it was a blowout. It was enjoying because it was only, like, as soon as the ball went in the middle, it was just clear its goal. Clear its goal. So
and that's the thing. Like, that was very close and then just blows
17
out.
minutes they had in the third term. 17 minutes of magic.
Yeah, the grannies that are boring. Like, let's say Cats start well and win by, and then they're up by, 70, but then the Swans just kick a few late. They'll be really boring. But, yeah.
Yeah, hope we can wish for a close one. Also, Sunday night, the Brownlow, what a finish. One of the closest finishes we have had. We had a tight one last year, and it's happened again. Fitting for Gill's last.
Yeah, it was a
Cripps
great
gets his first
Brownlow.
one.
Yep. I feel like Lockie Neal, you can say he was robbed or not, but in the end, at the end of the day, Paddy Cripps won. Probably a deserving winner, even though I feel like it was the right decision, like to get it off, but the way he got off was stupid, like how he
Yeah,
just appealed it.
that's my opinion on it. I think he shouldn't have got suspended. But the way that it was handled, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like he could appeal the tribunal's decision. I don't know. At the end
yeah,
of the
of
day, I don't
course.
robbed. I mean, people were saying Marcus Bontempelli robbed last year. Now it's Neil this year. Who's robbed next year? You know what I mean? I
Probably
think
Kane
Cripps
Turner or
deserves it.
Todd Marshall.
Yeah, Toddy Marshall, leading goal kicker for the Power this year. Huge. No, but yeah, Cripper, I reckon he deserved it. He's one of my favourite players in the comp, and I'm glad to see him win a Brownlow. Gee, Neil was winning it for about most of the night, but then he just didn't poll in the last round, or did he get that 1 point in the last round?
No, Lockie Neal got the 1 point in the last round.
He didn't get the 2 or the 3. So
No.
it went down to the last game. They obviously changed the fixturing of the final round to make it more dramatic, having Collingwood and Carlton the last game when it was actually the second last of the season.
Yeah.
And it went down. So Cripps got the 3 votes in that final game to win it by 1. So I thought he was going to get 2 maybe in that game because they lost. And then Cripps and Neil would have shared it, I believe. But Cripps
I,
did play
yeah.
pretty well in round 23.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been cool to see a draw, but I feel like we say it's going to be a draw most years, and it never actually happens.
It'd be cool to see a draw. Obviously, last time it happened in 2012, but that wasn't on the
But that
night.
wasn't even live on the night.
Yeah, it was afterwards. So going into it, I thought Cripps would be leading outright. I thought in the first
Yeah,
10
same.
rounds,
He
and then
didn't.
He didn't lead outright. He was
I
leading,
know.
and then Neil overtook him. So
I
Cripps got
thought
1
Neil was
vote.
going to win comfortably,
Cripps got
but
1 vote in round 1. I thought he'd
yeah.
get 3 votes for the first 3, but he got
Yeah.
1 in the first. I thought he'd get at least 2 in the first round. But yeah, he
Yeah.
was leading after round 10. I know he'd start well, then I thought he'd fade away, but he held on.
He didn't start as well as I thought he would, and then, yeah, got votes at the end.
Yeah, it was a huge finish. I'll tell you what, Sydney St Kilda, round 23, the St Kilda Saints, they lost that game, but all 3 votes were St Kilda players.
Yeah, I know. I
That is
haven't seen
rare.
that. Yeah, I know. Very rare. But yeah,
Silver Touch NBA, the man in chat says, I think Cripps should have been suspended, but that's me.
fair enough. But
Fair
yeah.
enough. Support
Led
the opinion.
Rob next year.
Led Rob, yeah. I'll tell you
He got
who
one in round
started
20.
well. What's his name? Ben Keys. He started off
Yeah,
really well. Then he faded away. But he did have a pretty good year, Ben Keys, to be honest.
yeah, he
Um,
did.
Definitely the start of his year, from what I've noticed. But yeah, it was a good night. Obviously, usually on the Monday, due to the Queen's funeral, they put it to the Sunday. It was a pretty good
Yeah,
night overall. It was a tight finish. That's what you want. Gill's last,
yeah,
and it was a pretty good event.
yeah. It was. It was.
Righto. So what we're going to do now is, well, we've got the quiz. It's the grand final show quiz. There's 3 special guests. Well, there's 2 special guests. 3 people are competing in the quiz. So we've got the 2 special guests in Lenza and IJM. We got Lenza backstage. He'll be joining us in a moment. IJM, he is joining hopefully a little bit later. Sportsnut's also competing. I'll be your quiz master for tonight. So we're going to take it in turns. So Lenz is going to join in a minute. Basically, everybody's got 10 questions. A, B, and C are the options. 1 point for a correct answer. So you get a score. So say Lenza gets 7, then a little bit later in the show, Sportsnut will go. Say he gets 6, Then IJM goes, if he joins, hopefully at the end, say he gets, 5. That means that whoever gets the highest score wins. If it's a tie, 2 people or all 3 tie, we're going to add them all in and we're going to do first to 3, say your name to answer the question. That's the rules of the quiz. Any other questions you have, put them in chat for the quiz. If not, we're going to get Lenza in to go through his 10 questions, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, this is huge. I've made the questions for Lenza, so hopefully he doesn't get many.
So Sportsnut sent the questions for Lenza over to me. I've made them and I've randomised them for Sportsnut and IJM. But we'll be starting off in a minute as we welcome Lockie Miller in up the Catters. Jay, huge week for you, so as a Cats fan. But I think we'll start. So Lenza, he's backstage.
Lockie
We'll add him
Miller
in.
wants to get in.
Jay, we've already organised a special guest.
Unlucky Lockie, but I mean he probably could get in, but because we've already
big Geelong fan, we set it up. We're going to add in one of our special guests now. Lenza, welcome to the grand final special.
G'day. How are we?
Excited?
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get this win, so it should be good.
Oh, geez, he's confident. So 10 questions. We'll get rid of Sportsnut momentarily.
Yep.
So it's just me and you. 10 questions to get through.
All right, sounds good.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
If you don't like the questions, blame Sportsnut. He made them for you.
Oh, I will.
Rightio, here we go. First question. Who won the AFL Norm Smith medal in 2013? Was it A, Luke Hodge, B, Brian Lake, or C, Cyril Rioli?
I'm going to go A, Luke Hodge.
Incorrect.
Oh,
It
no.
is Brian Lake who won it in 2013. So not off to the greatest of starts, but you can get the next 9. Second question. Who won the AFL Premiership in 1954? Is it A, the Western Bulldogs? Is it B, the Melbourne Demons? Or is it C, the Carlton Football Club?
I'm pretty sure it was B, Melbourne.
He's got that one incorrect again. It's the
Oh,
Western Bulldogs. He was pretty confident with that one as well. Play along in the chat as well. Not off to the greatest of starts, but still confident you can win it.
Well, yeah. I'm
Still
not
get
too
the next
confident.
8. You can still get the next 8. Who won the Brownlow medal in 1995? A, Greg Williams. B, Paul Kelly. C, Shane Crawford.
I think it was A.
Well, he's incorrect. 3 in a row. He's got
this-
wrong. It's Paul Kelly.
Oh, no. I think Sportsnut's giving you the wrong answers here.
Gee, well, I don't know. I haven't fact-checked them. we hope it's right. No, I'm fairly confident. So, not the greatest of starts, but you can get the next 7.
I'll bounce back.
You need 1. You need 1 at least.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. Question 4. Who won the Wooden Spoon in 2014? A, Melbourne. B, St Kilda. C, GWS.
It would have been St Kilda, I think.
He's on the board. He is on the board.
Come on.
How huge is that? First question right. It was indeed the St Kilda Saints. They've actually won the most wooden spoons out of any other club, I believe. So there you go. Remember, play along in the chat if you wish. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next question. So you're 1 from 4. Fifth question. In 2022, what round did Leon Cameron get sacked? A, round 8. B, round 9. C, round 10.
I'm going to go round 9.
2 for 2. He's
Come
on a roll
on.
now.
Come on.
Next question. In Fremantle's loss to the Saints in round 2 of 2022, how many disposals did Andy Brayshaw get? A, 36, B, 38, C, 40.
He got 38. I'm pretty sure I heard him say something. I heard someone say something about it on the Brownlow. I think he got 38.
Well, he didn't.
Oh,
He got 40,
right.
according to Sportsnut's questions. I'll throw that one out there. Question 7. Finish strong. You got 2. Here we go. Who won the Brownlow medal in 1999? Shane Crawford, Shane Woden, or James Hurt?
I think it was Shane Crawford.
He's got 3. He's
All
coming
right.
here. It's a late
Okay.
surge. It's a late surge by Lenza.
Here we go.
Question 8. Who won the Coleman medal in 2016? Was it A, Josh Kennedy? Was it B, Lance Buddy Franklin? Or was it C, Jackie Rewalt?
Oh, I think Jack Rewalt won at 2018. Sorry, who was first option?
So Josh Kennedy,
Josh Kennedy.
the West Coast player. I can give you a hint there.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go, I think it was Josh Kennedy. I'll go Josh Kennedy.
Lock it in.
Yep.
He's got 4. So this is a
Okay.
real late surge here. After
All right,
getting the
that's
first 3 wrong, coming home strong. 4 of the
That's good.
last 5, I believe. Question
No.
9. How old is Stephen Martin? A32, B36, I'll read that one again. How old is Stephen Martin? A32, B36, C35. My
I
apologies.
believe he's 32.
35.
Ah,
35. Righto,
Oh,
one more
boy.
question. If you can get 5, that's 50%. That is, I don't know if that's, what's par score? Probably 5 or 6, maybe?
yeah, I'd say about that.
Question 10. Who won the premiership in 1975? Was it A, Carlton, B, North Melbourne, or C, Geelong?
Look, I'm just going to have to go with a guess here. I do not know. I'll go B.
Oh, he's got it right. He's got
Come on.
50%.
All right, I'll take that.
Not bad after
I'll
getting the
take it.
first 3. How do you feel you went? 5 out of 10.
Yeah, well, I started very poorly, but I gained a couple good answers at the end, so I'll take it. Hopefully I can beat one of IGM or Sportsnut.
Well, that's what you're going to hope for. You don't think you're going to win the whole thing yet?
No,
Or-
I don't think so.
Gee, we'll have to say Sportsnut. His go will be a little bit later. So stick around because we'll add you back in at the end, hopefully with IJM
Yep.
when he joins to chat a bit about the grand final. Thank you, Lenza.
Yep. Sounds good. See ya.
Sportsnut, how did you see that one?
He went all right. I think missing the first 3 questions definitely didn't help him, but a good recovery
Obviously. But after then, it was a good
Yeah.
recovery.
it was.
He did
Decent
well.
questions, I'd say, decent questions. But I actually reckon
Oh,
I reckon I might choke a bit tonight. I reckon I need to start well early, or Lenza might pick me. But yeah.
Yeah, not their questions, Sportsnut. Now they're my questions, so you have to blame me if you don't do very good. But yeah, so we'll do your round a little bit later in the show. But now there's a new idea that the AFL have proposed. It was yesterday, I believe, and it's a magic round idea. So the NRL, I've been informed, do this the last couple of seasons. Basically, they play a whole round of football in one stadium. What the AFL are proposing is a 24th round, but all the games are played at one state, I think. So it's Sydney or Perth at the moment. So 5 or 6 games at SCG and 3 at the Giant Stadium. And then likewise for in Perth, well, I assume. What do you know about this Sportsnut?
I don't know too much. I know basically the same as you do, but I don't mind it. But have it in Melbourne, like then you
Yeah,
can
so
use the G and
this should
Marvel.
be in Melbourne. Because, like, imagine a whole week in Sydney. Like,
Yeah, I know.
you know.
When it's not even a footy state.
I mean, I know it's advertising the game. I do get that.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine, like, 3 games, one after the other on a Saturday, just at the MCG. Now,
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
what we're thinking.
And imagine
Home
3
ground
games.
advantage. Imagine the 8 teams that
I
are
know.
interstate. But you can catch them up in other rounds.
Yeah,
So I think you should just play a whole weekend in Melbourne. That's the
For sure.
football state. I know you want to advertise the game, and you can do that. But I feel like a Melbourne week would be awesome. So
Yeah. 'Cause
Friday
in
night,
NRL
have 2 games maybe. Saturday,
Yeah,
have
because
7
in
or 5.
NRL they have
Yeah,
it
I
at
don't know.
Brisbane.
So all of it's at Suncorp, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a rugby state.
That's the rugby state.
Yeah.
So it'll be quite similar to to the NRL, I assume.
Yeah.
Don't know too much about it yet. I'm on board with it, but like I think there's still a bit of planning to be done
Don't mind the
before it
idea, but
gets
what they've got to
finalised.
make sure what that doesn't happen is like a Carlton Collingwood game in Sydney.
Like a big game,
Yeah,
two
they can't
Victorian
have like
teams.
the
Yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
Victorian teams playing, or like a showdown in Sydney.
Jay,
Sorry.
this is an awesome idea by Silvertouch NBA, I believe. Vic teams should play Vic teams in Melbourne,
And
and non-Victorian teams play non-Victorian teams. So, like you're saying,
yeah,
there's 5 games at the MCG, 2 Friday night, 5 Saturday.
yeah,
Would
I
that
rate
work?
that. I rate that.
No, sorry. So for 2, I don't know how you're going to work it. So in total, have 5 games in Melbourne and then 4 in another state.
Yeah, I
I think
rate
that,
that.
yeah, I think that works. So like have a whole Saturday of
Yeah,
Melbourne, so 3,
yeah,
and then have 2 Friday night, and then on
yeah,
Sunday have the remaining games interstate.
yeah, I rate that.
Still a bit of planning to go ahead before this finalises, but I
Yeah,
don't mind it. But I think there's still a bit of planning to be done before it gets finalised. But that's another round, 24 rounds, which means every team will be playing 23 games. That is a lot. Will they still have the pre-finals by then? If you add another round, they might scrap that, which I'm not really for it, to be honest. I like the finals by. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. What's your opinions on the pre-finals by?
I don't like it, to be honest. The players probably like it, get a bit of recovery, but I feel like with the pre-finals bye, it's not as important to finish top 4 either. That advantage sort of goes away a little.
Yeah, well, the 2 grand finalists, the top 4 sides, so it hasn't
Yeah, but
really this year. I know maybe previous years not so much, but like
yeah, but like top
I
4
think you
teams
already
usually
have a
make
big
it
enough
3.
advantage. I think you already have a big enough advantage being in the top 4. Like you get a double chance.
Yeah, mate. Like we've seen, like because usually, yeah, I suppose, and it sort of makes it funner. Teams
Like the difference
end of the
coming
eight.
4th and 5th is massive, really. I mean, I know 5th you get the home final, but like 4th you get the double chance.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't
And
think it's that big
overall,
of an advantage as people say
yeah,
at this point. Shannon
look,
reckons keep the pre-finals by.
I like it. It's a week off, which is what I need. I like it, in my opinion. But Jared Waitley spoke about it. His history has shown, giving a top 4 an advantage. I reckon they already have a big enough advantage with the double chance. I reckon, maybe wouldn't it be cool to see more often these 5th to 8th teams, have a better chance at winning the grand final? Obviously, top
Yeah,
4 deserve it because they've been the best team all year. But I think, yeah, I don't know. But I just like it, in my
yeah,
opinion.
I reckon as well.
But will it
Uh,
stay, do you reckon, if they add this 24th round?
uh, maybe,
Mm.
probably not. So, what does this mean? So, like, round 24 will be all in Sydney.
Well, I don't know if it's round 24. They might make it like round
Because
7, but they'll
if
have
it is
24
round
rounds overall.
if it is round 24, that's so annoying. Because like teams have to win to make the finals and all that, and it's in Sydney.
Mm. Yeah, things to think about. Also, I know this is mainly the AFL grand final show, but there was a bit of a cricket game, T20, India versus Australia, Sports Night. Do you want to quickly recap that one?
Yeah, so the Aussies won by 4 wickets. They bowled first. India made 208. Pandya batted well for the Indians. Nathan Ellis bowled well. Then the Aussies batted. Cam Green opened. Finch made 22. Green made a 50. Smith made 35. Maxi got out for 1. Then Timmy David came in, played a good innings from 18. Matty Wade played really well, got the Aussies home. Pat Cummins got 4.
just checking. Welcome back, people. IJ, he hasn't arrived yet in the StreamYard. Hopefully he does soon.
Has he messaged?
No, not yet, but hopefully he does join soon. If not, we could be revealing a winner
Or just
out of
get...
Sports Nut and Lenza. We'll have to see.
Or get the 6-year-old who featured in Lenz's video yesterday to try have a crack at winning the grand prize.
Gee, what does Lenza think of that idea?
Definitely not happening. She's
Righto, I'll sort of cut him off. Do you want to finish what you were saying?
not even here at my house at the moment, so that's definitely not happening.
Your mum, your dad, anyone? No?
No, they're not hopping on. Not today.
Righto, not for that. All right.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So you're up, I reckon. This could be the winning.
What do I need? What did Lenz get?
So Len's got 5. So you could win here, or you could
I
lose
know.
here.
So
If IJ
basically, all I need is just 5, just to tie.
5 to tie, and then we'll go to a tiebreaker. But yeah, 6 or 4 to win.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm ready.
Right, are you ready? We apologise about that quick break. I was just checking if IJ was going to be here.
I'm nervous here.
Yeah, good win for the Aussies. Matthew Wade, great
playing
innings.
footy and cricket at my local
In
club.
green. It's a huge event. This.
Yeah.
Are
here we
you
go.
ready to go?
Yeah.
Rightio, here we go. 10 questions. Each correct answer, you get 1 point.
Here we go.
Lenza got 5. Let's see if you win.
All right.
Or do better than Lenza. Depends if IJM's here. Here we go. First question. What year did the sport Aussie Rules become known as the Australian Football League? A, 1987. B, 1990. C, 1991.
I'll lock in B, 1990.
He's off to a flyer.
Too easy. Come on.
He's got the first question right. Here we go. Second question. Before number 9, what was Robbie Gray's Guernsey number? A, 13. B, 15. C, 17.
C, 17.
Gee, he's off to a flyer.
Come on.
Did you know that, did you?
Yeah.
Good. I'm usually okay with Guernsey numbers, but I'm not the best. But Robbie Gray definitely knew that one. Who won the 1958 VFL Grand Final? Melbourne, Collingwood, or Richmond?
Got no idea. I think Melbourne were good though, so I'll go Melbourne.
First question wrong.
Ooh.
So 2 out of 3.
Who
You're
was
okay though.
Who was
So
it?
it was Collingwood.
Oh, alright.
Lens is going easy questions here. Well, that one wasn't, but the first 2 sort of easy, especially the first one.
Alright.
Righto. There's a couple of easy ones to come, but we'll see. There's a mixture. 4. How many draws have there been in VFL/AFL Grand Final history? A2, B1, C3.
Just trying to think here. So 2010, 1977, and I think there was another one. So I'm going to say 3.
An educated guess, is it?
Yeah.
He's got it right.
Come on.
So 3 out of the 4. This could be a
Lenza
smashing.
thought it was 2, but it's not. Come on.
Yeah, I knew 2 of them, and then I thought,
Yeah.
there's another one.
What
Isn't
was
there
the
down
other?
the track?
1977, 2010.
Don't know.
Alright.
Number 5. So you're on 3 out of 4. It's a good start.
Yeah, good
Maybe
start.
it's a bad finish. We'll see. 5. Most number of goals in a match by one player.
18.
How many goals is the record? Gee, you don't want the options?
No, 18.
Alright, it is 4 to you. 4 out of 5. Who won the 1982 Grand?
Wait, what did he say?
No,
Wait,
I'll restart.
Yeah.
Who won the 1982 Grand Final? A, Carlton, B, Geelong, or C, the Hawkers? Your team.
No, it's not the Hawks. I think I'm gonna go. So what was it? Carlton, Geelong, and Hawthorn.
Carlton, Geelong, and Hawthorn.
Alright, out of Carlton and Geelong, I'm going to go Carlton.
You going the Blues?
Yep.
He's got it right, so he's equalled Lenz's score, and he's got
5 out of 6.
It's got 4 more questions still to go. As
Alright,
IJM joins
IJM.
backstage, so
Oh,
he's
5 out
up
of
a
6,
little bit
mate. Gonna
louder.
be tough to beat me.
Welcome
No.
to the stream. 5 out of 6, this is huge.
So what? I
Righto,
need one more to beat Lenta.
one more to beat Lenza, but remember, IJM is now here,
Yeah.
so he could get a good score. Number 7. How many posts are there at each end of the ground? A, 8, B, 4, C, 2.
Wait, so is this like combined or?
Hear the question. How many posts are there at each end of the ground?
So 4.
Correct. It's a
Come
little,
on.
you had to hear that one. So what's that, 6?
Yeah. 6 out of 7.
Gee, I tried to trick someone with that one, but you weren't getting tricked.
No.
Remember, play along at home in the chat. Lens is gone. Gee, I'm gone here.
Yeah,
It's
Lens is
6 out of
gone. I've
7.
beat him already. Might as well just retire at this point, but no, because IJM's
Gee, IJM is here, and he is ready to play. Righto,
right.
next question. Number 8. Who took the official AFL Mark of the Year in 2001? Tony Modra, Gary Moorcroft, or Jonathan Brown?
This is tough. Gary Moorcroft, potentially, but I feel like they've all won a Mark of the Year, so I don't know. I feel like Moorcroft might have been 2000, so I'll go Modra.
They have all won Mark of the Years, I believe. The correct answer is B, though. So that's your second one wrong. It's Gary
Wait, who was
Moorcroft.
B? Oh, it's Moorcroft.
Moorcroft.
Yeah.
You all know that mark. Number 9. If your team has 8 goals and 5 behinds, how many points do they have in total? 53, 55, or 47?
Wait. 8 goals is 48. Plus 5, so 49, 50. 53.
A bit of mathematics. He's got it correct.
Come on.
Throwing a bit of everything here on the grand final quiz. 7 out of 9. This is a demanding score. Gee, if you get the next one, this is going to be tough to chase. If you don't, I reckon the game's still alive. 8 might be tough to chase. You never know, though. We'll have to wait and see. 7, a chance. But yeah, we hope it's a close finish. Here we go. So, next question. Last question for you. How many non-Victorian teams won a grand final during the 1980s and 1990s? 4, 2, or 1? Non-Victorian teams.
Yeah, I know. The Eagles did. The Crows won 3. I mean 2. So that's 3. So what were the options?
So 4, 2, or 1. How many
Oh, it's 4.
non-Victorian teams won
4.
it? Incorrect, it's 2.
What? The Crows won 2.
Yeah, but how many teams? So a team could win like 10.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of worded questions. Didn't
Oh
trick
my.
him in the first one, but there he's
No.
got that one a bit wrong. So, yeah, unlucky. There were 4 flags won, but 2 clubs. So
4 flags. Jeez.
4 flags in total. So I think West Coast 2, and then what did you say? Adelaide
Yeah.
2. Yeah, I believe. So there you go. 7.
So what did I get? 7. I
7 in
reckon.
the end.
I feel like.
Lenza got 5, so you're only 2 ahead of him in the end.
Yeah,
It
to be
felt
honest.
so different.
Yeah, I know. I feel like IJM. I feel like I've put myself in a good position where IJM will. I don't reckon I'll get beaten. I could get tied with.
Yeah, it'll be hard for him to get 8. But
Yeah.
7's still on the card. On the
So are
cards.
we getting
He could get 8 or
IJM?
9. Who knows?
We're just gonna go
So
IJM in now.
we'll get him in. We've got a couple of segments to go through. Then we'll get him in. So
Yeah,
cheers
let's
to that
just
one,
go
Sports
through.
Nut.
Ugu.
So the next segment, before we get the IJM, who is waiting backstage, before we get him in, we have got a segment still to go, and it is Bring It Back or Is It Whack? So the final 5 teams of old logos we are going to rank. Right goes. The final 5 teams. I'll just turn that screen. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Righto, the first one, Port Adelaide's old logo. They made a new one in 2020 for their 150th year. Their one now is one of the best in the league. This one, I think it's okay, but not as good
Yeah,
as
I
the one.
think it's actually okay, but compared to their one now,
Whack. I mean, it's not whack, but
yeah, it's not
we
like
don't
whack,
bring it back.
but yeah.
Righto, this next one. Now, I think
No,
their
whack.
logo now is one of the
Yeah,
best in the league. But for some reason, I love this logo. I don't know what it is.
really. I reckon
I'm a
it's
fan of
whack.
it. But
I
I
don't
still
like
say
it.
whack because I don't know. I like it though. I don't know. For some reason, I like that logo. I think I'm the only one on that, but maybe someone else likes it. St Kilda have had
Yeah.
their logo for like ages. This is their
Mm,
last one. Good for the time, I'd say, in the 90s, early 90s.
yeah.
But now, I don't know if it stacks up.
Yeah, I reckon it's good for the time, but now it's probably whack.
Yeah, the goalpost there, it's a good idea, but
Hmm.
alright, the Swans,
It's decent logo, pretty recent. But again, with their one now, you can't have it back.
exactly. I mean, I really like it. It's similar to their one
Hey.
now. Their one now, they just modernised it, and for
Yeah.
some reason, I do. They've got the black text up the top. Like, why
Mm,
is that black? That's not one of their colours.
I know.
Right, West Coast.
Uh, I mean, I actually like it,
I don't mind it, but whack
but yeah, whack.
compared to their one now.
Yeah, I know.
All wax tonight.
Yeah, all
Well,
wax.
there you go. All wax. They
Um,
are the final 5 teams. We've done all 17 teams now. The only one we haven't done is the Giants, but they've had their they haven't had another logo. Whereas
yeah,
Gold Coast have, they had the beams in the background.
yeah.
So that is it for Bring Backers at Whack for this footy season. We have got one more segment to go through, and then we'll head to IJM. Best of the week.
Alrighty, time for best of the week. This week we didn't really see too many good marks or goals, so we'll be going through reviewing the Brownlow's mark of the year and goal of the year. So they went with Sam Draper for goal of the year. I think that it was a great goal. All of them were good goals. That anyone could have won it. I tipped Josh Dacos though. I think that was a good goal. Like I could probably do the Draper one. It was just because he fended off them all and
Okay.
stuff, and for a ruckman, like let's say a midfielder did what Draper did, it's not goal of the year just because it's a ruckman. So I don't know. It's my take on it is that he probably shouldn't have won it, but good goal still. And then mark of the year, Mitch Georgiades. I did back him in to win it. However, I thought Jeremy Howe would win it. He took a really good one against Freo, but he wasn't nominated into the three. So yeah, Mitch Georgiades, really good mark. That was a good decision out of the three they could choose from.
Yeah, so the goal of the year for me, it was between two. Like Shea Bolton's wasn't bad, but like Draper's
Yeah,
and Dacos was a lot better.
yeah,
It's apples and oranges between those two. I went with Dacos. I think it's a tiny bit better, but both goals are good. I'd say Dacos won it in 2020, did he not? So that would have been
yeah,
two for him,
yeah,
which would have been huge. So too Neil if he won the Brownlow,
yeah,
but it was Cripps. But yeah, Draper, Dacos, both good goals for the mark. There weren't too many good marks this year. Um, Last year we had an insane amount of marks. Shea Bolton was the one that won it, but this year didn't have too many good ones. But out of the ones that were nominated, I'd say
yeah,
Mitch's was probably the best. There was a good
yeah,
mark in that game. A Freo player took it in that
yeah,
same game.
young,
I was surprised that didn't actually get nominated. That was on par
yeah,
with Mitch's.
yeah.
Dan the man, welcome to the stream. So, were there any good goals or marks this last week in the prelims?
Can't remember. I don't think so. Shannon
Only
says
the
he
two
took a massive
games.
screamer from Mitch Georgiades when they took on against the Dockers. Wait, oh, that makes no sense. But yeah,
Mm.
alright,
Right, so that is best of the week. We are now going to go to IJM. He's going to have his 2 questions. Remember, Lenza got 5, Sportsnut got 7. That's the score you've got to beat. IJM, welcome to the grand final quiz.
Yeah. Go, boys. How are we?
Not too bad.
He's not ready. He wants 10 more minutes of exam.
No,
Are you ready?
I'm ready now.
You ready now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta be
Gee,
7.
Seems weird, us three in the same thing here. All
Yeah.
too familiar. Back in the
deja
days.
vu.
Deja vu. Double deja vu. Righto.
Yeah.
Well, we'll kick it off. We've done a reunion before.
Yeah.
It's another reunion right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to the Imperfect Professionals Podcast. How you been? Good?
Yeah.
Prepared?
Yeah, good. Good.
Righto. We'll put Sports Night out for the minute. Just me and you. Are you ready? So Len's got 5, Sports Night 7.
Yep. So it's 10 questions, isn't it?
10 questions, A, B, or C.
Righto.
Are the options? 7 to win. If we go to a tiebreaker, we add you all in, and it's first to 3. Say your name to answer the question.
Yep.
So here we go. First question. When the Brisbane Lions won the premiership in 2001, 2003, and 2003, how many times did they finish top of the ladder after the home and away season? A, 1, B, 2, C, 0.
C.
That's correct. He's off to a good start. He's on the board. Lenza got the first 3 wrong. Sportsnut had a pretty strong start, so you've already got 1. Nice one to get under your belt. Second question. What year did Gavin Brown retire? A, 1967, B, 1994, C, 2000.
B.
Are we familiar with Gavin Brown or not?
We are not familiar with Kevin Brown, no.
I'm not either. He's got that one wrong. 2000, it was.
Oh, I was
1
nearly
and
going
2.
to go that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not 1967?
Oh, no. Well, no.
Could have been. It wasn't, though. 2000. So, third question. Here we go. Who holds the record for the most goals ever kicked in an AFL game? A, Fred Fanning. B, Jason Dunstall. C, Tony Lockett.
Fred Fanning.
How many goals did he kick? No bonus points, but do you know?
16?
17. 17?
Oh.
There was a question earlier.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, 18 apparently.
18. Sorry. 18.
Yeah.
All right. Two.
He kicked
So
the
you got
bag.
kicked a few bags. 2 out of 3. I apologise. It was an earlier question. It was 18.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You know who it is. Jason
Yeah.
Dunstall came close. He kicked 17 one time. The Sydney Swans originally come from Southport, South Melbourne, North Melbourne.
B.
Pretty easy question, you would have thought.
Yeah.
3 from 4. Feeling confident.
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to say that, but
Yep. At the moment. 8 to
Yep,
win,
currently.
7 to tie, under 5 to lose. 3 out of 4. Here we go. 5th question. How many games did Michael Tuck play? A, 426, B, 425, C, 429.
426.
It's pretty good. 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So obviously one of the players that has played over 400 games. How many are there? 5 or 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sean Burgoyne won one of those last year. Who
Yeah.
won the 1925 grand final? A, Melbourne, B, South Melbourne, C, Geelong.
B.
Incorrect, it was Geelong.
Oh.
So there we go. Were you familiar with the 1925 grand final? Maybe South
No, I
Melbourne
was
played
not.
in it against Geelong. I'm not too sure, but 4 out of 6.
No.
So what do you need here? So how many questions are there to go? So there's 4 to go. You need all 4 of these to win it. 3 to draw.
Yep.
2 or less, you're done. Question
Yeah.
number 7. It's tight here. It's a tight finish so far on the grand final special. Here we go. Question 7. How many games had Essendon lost at the end of the home and away season in 2000? A1, B0, C2.
1, and it was the Bulldogs.
It certainly was. You made a video on that one time, did you not?
Yeah. Good old Super Flood.
Yeah. Righto. 5 out of 7. This is tight. This is tight. This is the finish we wanted. And we're going to get it. Play along in the chat. Shannon Humphrey says he kicked 18 goals. Yeah, he did. So I apologise. I said 17, but I corrected myself. Righto, here we go. Question 8. You're on 5 at the moment. Question 8. You still could draw with Lenza here, so don't get overconfident.
Yep.
2004's Mark of the Year was taken by West Coast player Ashley Sampi. In what round was the mark taken? A9, B14, C7.
A.
7. It was 7. So there you go.
What do I say?
Nut. So you said 9. A.
Oh, yeah.
So Sportsnut's feeling a little bit less pressure on him here because he knows he can't lose. It'll have to go to a tiebreaker. You need the last 2.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is massive. Which year did Richmond join the VFL? Are we familiar with this? Do we know? Or well, obviously you need the options, but do you have a rough idea?
Yeah, rough idea.
A, 1908. B, 1907. C, 1914.
1914.
Final answer?
Oh.
Oh, no. Are we changing? What are we?
1914.
We're locking it in.
Yep.
It is incorrect. Sportsnut is the winner of the 2022 Grand Final Quiz. Sportsnut, mate, how do you feel? Yeah, he feels pumped about that one. We're going to get through the last question. Jason McInerney, Jason McCartney, I should say, played for the Kangaroos, Adelaide, and which club?
Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs?
A, Richmond, B, Collingwood, C, St Kilda. I forgot to read out the options.
Oh, so it's St Kilda, we'll say.
Well, it could be right. Does anyone know, firstly? Does anyone know who... put it in chat if you know. Why I'm saying this is... I didn't write down the correct answer here. So you could be right.
Oh, you wrote these questions.
I wrote these questions. Well, I didn't. I got some inspiration. So here we go. He played for the Kangaroos, Adelaide, and Collingwood. So you got that one wrong. So in the end, you got 5. You drew with Lenza.
How do I have...
In the end.
did too.
You got the last 3 wrong.
I didn't come last, but I did.
You didn't. Well, we need a tiebreaker.
I did.
I think we do need a tiebreaker to see who comes second. Anyway, we'll get the winner in. We'll add you back in a minute, IJM. But Sportsnut, you're the winner, mate. How do you feel? The emotions?
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. This is probably my best win in a long time. Yeah, this is unbelievable. My cricket side didn't win a game last year, so to finally get a win is just unbelievable.
Yeah, a bit of a stuff up on my end at the end there with Jason McCartney, but imagine if that was to decide if it was going to a tiebreaker.
I know.
Thankfully, the game was already won. I didn't write down what the correct answer was.
Also,
with
the tiebreaker, how about we give them one question that I decide, so I say the question as the winner?
Have you got a question ready?
Yes, I do.
One
So-
question.
How would I do? So how would this work? So do they have to buzz in?
So they have to buzz in their name,
Yeah, right. And then I'll tell them. Yeah, okay.
and then so A, B, or C, the options.
Yeah.
If the person gets it wrong, can the other person guess, like between the options, the other two options, or are you going to do a new question to make it fair? Because I've got another question if they get it wrong. If you want to do that,
Yeah,
do you want to
I'll
do
just
that?
make it. Oh, yeah, okay. But I'll say
Righto.
the first.
I'll add them in.
Yeah.
Boys, did you hear what we were talking about there?
Yep, I did.
So
Nah.
buzz in your name, and if you get it wrong, new question. All right.
Righto.
I'll let Sportsnut do the.
Wait up. I'm not ready yet.
Sheesh.
Just getting a question ready.
This is Hawthorn centered.
All right. No, it's not.
Shannon
Alright.
reckons that the answer's B, and he hasn't even heard the question yet.
All right. Here we go. So one that's about this week. That I saw today. So, question is, who is the 2022 Geelong Cup Grand Final ambassador? Is it A?
Lenza,
Yeah,
is it Cameron Lang?
correct.
And
Yes,
there it
come on.
is.
I
Cheers.
need to
Oh,
pay more attention to
Lenza
the
has
news.
come second.
I read
What a
an
thrilling
article
finish.
about it today.
Yeah,
He
so
had
did
an
I.
opportunity. He had an opportunity to win it. He had an opportunity with the last two questions to draw. In the end, he came last.
I know. He could have
You
won.
wouldn't script that finish.
Uh,
Bit of a shambles from you. The last three questions wrong, and you didn't pay attention to the news there.
I've done a Heath Shaw and I've been smothered on the line. Oh, not Heath Shaw,
Yay.
Nick Revolt.
Very well. Heath Shaw was the man that smothered
Very
him.
good, right.
Do we know who the Sydney ambassador is, IJN?
Is Adam good?
No, it's Paul Kelly. That's all good though. Not the singer. The
I was going
footballer.
to say,
The
what?
bloke who won the Brownlow in my question.
What,
Gee,
is
that
he
was a
walking over
question
the
from
hill?
you. Anyway, Paul Kelly. That's the Sydney ambassador. So there you go. What a thrilling finish. So in the
Yeah,
end,
great
Sportsnut
Come
7,
on.
IJM 5, Lenza 5.
6.
But it was Lenza who came second. Tiebreaker. So we got a tiebreaker. It wasn't to decide the win, but it was
Yeah.
to decide who came last, who came second. So cheers for that. In the end, a good finish. How did the chat see it? Put in your thoughts. Everything there.
Yeah.
Shannon says wooden spoon or IJM.
Shannon,
I mean,
if we got
I'm
you
doing
in,
it all,
mate,
Melbourne.
you get them all wrong. Should I give the
Do it.
link to Shannon right now? He'll get it wrong.
I've dropped it like Carlton.
Jeez, in a way, you have. You had an opportunity to do a tiebreaker, and then you
1
came
point.
last. Carlton didn't come last, but it's the same boat.
Yeah.
Same boat. Anyway, what a huge quiz. We'll go. We've got about 10 minutes left on the podcast. So, boys, me and Sportsnut have done our predictions. We'll do them again, but
Yeah.
we want your predictions for the big game. So, Sportsnut, what's your prediction, mate?
My prediction is the Swans by 22. First goal scorer, Errol Goulden. And my big call, Norm Smith. Buddy gets the Norm Smith. And my big call being that Buddy Franklin kicks 12 plus. That is
Righto.
surely Steve Cole, as Lenza would know.
It's a stat chat call. It's a
Yeah,
Steve
it's a
level.
Steve.
Steve
It's a
level.
Steve level. Me and Lenza will rank them in terms of stat chat ranking. That is definitely a Steve.
Yeah, that's Steve. That's definitely Steve.
Sounds nice, guys. Anyway, so my prediction: Sydney by 7. First goal scorer, Parker. Norm Smith, Parker. And then what's the other one?
Old
Oh,
Cole.
cool.
I said that Cats will kick the first three, but the Swans will win it.
Oh, I reckon that might be a bit of a lemon and herb
Yeah,
sports, huh?
that's lemon and herb.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh, it means it's
entirely?
very, very good.
Extremely good.
Right, I'll take your word for
Right.
it. Yep, IJM.
Okay. Winners, Geelong.
Yeah.
By 10. Norm Smith, Tyson Stengel. Big call.
Don't mind that.
Big
Yeah,
call.
same.
Buddy pulls his hamstring in the first 10 minutes.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
what do we think of that?
That is steep.
Well, it's not kicking 12 goals
Steve,
then.
I reckon
Or
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Ridiculous,
I
I reckon.
Imagine that, though.
He did it last
That'd
time.
be terrible.
Yeah, imagine that. Do you reckon
I
he'd just
think he
play
rolled his
on?
ankle 2016.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be shocking.
Alright, Lenza, you alright?
All right, so I've got Sydney to win it by 12. I'm gonna
Gee,
go.
3 of us going Sydney.
Yeah.
I'm going Norm Smith, Isaac Heaney. I reckon he'll have a day out. And then first goal, I'm going with who did I choose in my video? I can't even remember. Oh, I chose Will Hayward. I'll go Will Hayward.
Oh, yeah, don't mind that.
And then all right, I'll go a bold call. Let me just start think. All right, I'm gonna go Chad Warner, 12 plus tackles, 30 plus disposals, but he still doesn't win the Norm Smith.
Oh, that's ridiculous or Steve, I reckon.
Righto, we'll go with Stevie for that one, whatever that means. Yeah, good predictions, guys. What was your opinions on the Brownlow, IJM, and Lenza?
Well, I thought it was pretty good. One of the best counts since probably
For
last
sure.
year.
Yes, since probably last year. But yeah, one of the better ones for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not many Brownlows where you get to that last round and you got 5
Yeah,
people that
last
can win it.
game, almost, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it did come down to that last year, but it was only 2 contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not fun. But yeah, I reckon Cripps, it's definitely the right winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting that he got 3 votes in a losing game.
Mm,
It was probably, I thought he'd get 2 in the final game, but he got the 3.
So
That
yeah.
one I thought 2 or 3 because he played pretty well, but the game I'm shocked about, we kept him in it at the stage. Carlton and Adelaide. He just
I
pulled
know.
out 3.
I know.
Did he even
I
have a
know.
good game?
Out
He
of
must have.
nowhere.
I watched it. It was like
Leg
Adelaide
played pretty well
won
that
by a
game.
bit.
I thought Leg
Yeah,
played
he's
pretty
good
well
as
that
well.
game.
That was so shocking though. That kept him in it. If he didn't get
I
that
know.
3, he was done.
I know.
Yeah.
And Neil got that 1 vote in the final game, even though
And then
Neil
you
said
can
he
say
told
Neil
him
was
last game.
robbed because of
And then
that
took
suspension.
Miller.
Yeah, took
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miller, he did pretty well. So
But
did
what's
Marshall.
underrated as well is how did Lockie Neal get a vote when they've been smashed by like 60?
Yeah, exactly.
And
That
as I
was
said
maybe a
earlier,
little rigged, but
Yeah.
Sydney St Kilda, 3 votes all went to St Kilda
Yeah, I
players, and
know.
Sydney won.
yes.
Grace
I'm
says
not
the Brownlow is rigged and Neil robbed. I don't buy into that at all, really.
What,
I
the
do
Neil
buy into
robbed?
the idea of if you've got a good lawyer, you may that may have helped him. Well, it's not a lawyer.
Well, I
it's
think
whatever it's
the
called.
way he could appeal the tribunal's decision,
Yeah.
the way it was handled, not right, as we said before, Sportsnut. But overall, I didn't think he should have got suspended, in my opinion. But fair bump, play on. Even though he
Yeah.
broke his collarbone, he's alright though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But the way it was handled, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
really.
Huge season for us. We will be back next week. It'll just be me and Sportsnut. We'll do back to our half an hour shows. We'll do just a review on the big dance, and then we'll go from there. Maybe a couple of weeks off. We'll have to wait and see. But what will be happening soon? We'll be doing the T20 World Cup episodes every week. Out for that. The cricket is happening real soon. Obviously, the T20 World Cup, India and Australia playing at the moment, so there'll be lots of cricketing episodes. JM, you definitely like a bit of cricket. Definitely likes a bit of cricket, does IJM, we can see there. But no, that's what we'll be doing when it gets to the T20 World Cup and obviously the summer, the Big Bash. That's what we'll be doing. Any more chats that we have got? VKN Sports joined a while ago, so welcoming you. pretty successful though. The quiz, obviously, who won it in the end? It was Sportsnut. Got the job done.
I don't know. I think I might have been hard done by some of them questions, Sportsnut.
Yeah, I mean, Sportsnut did make the questions for for Lenza.
No, it was fair. It was all good.
Yeah, rightio. Cheers everyone for joining. Cheers to Sportsnut. Cheers to the two special guests as well, Lenza and IJM. So that'll be it. Grand final show, pretty successful. Obviously, we had the big grand final quiz as well. We'll see you next week to review the
See ya.
grand final. Enjoy the grand final.